Hey, Mr. Devil. Hey, Skate Girl. Just getting started here. Hi, Erin. Good to see you, Erin. I just started a few minutes early because TikTok takes a little bit of time to load, so. All right, let's see if I have 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I did it. Erin, how was your day? Did you have a good one, or? I had a really good day today, but I am so tired. I don't know why, I'm like extra tired today, so. Mr. Double, how was your day? Rough day? Keep working around on this little sweater I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Oh, Mr. Double says yes, but it was still a good day. Yeah, overall I had a really good day too. Just a lot of work. Skate Girl, do you crochet? I'd be curious to know if you crochet. Hi, Alicia. Good to see you. Just working on a virus stitch cocoon sweater. It's a simple 4-round repeat. And I am working on the 3rd of the 4 repeating rounds and answering questions if anybody has any. Hi, Lorraine, good to see you. Milkshake and Shirley, good to see you. As I work on this, I'd love to know anybody who's starting to join. I'd love to know if you crochet, or if you just like watching, or if you do crochet. Are you a beginner? Do you have, experience? I'm always curious to know how much experience people have with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 stitch short. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Just working on this virus stitch. I am doing a cocoon sweater with it, so it's basically just a big square. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to fold it in half, sew up the edges, and leave some little sleeve holes. They come out really cute. Hi, Bubbles. Hi, Michael. Good to see you guys. So I'm just getting started on this. I've done a tutorial on the virus stitch before. I did that several months ago, so it's probably down in my videos list now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it is there. I did also kind of explained this in the first live I did, but I'd be happy to go over any part of this with anybody if you're interested in learning the virus stitch or German shell stitch. It's also called German shell stitch. All right. Hey, we got a couple more new people. Good to see you, Auntie, and we've got Darlene. Erin watched my live for 200 minutes. You must be my #1 fan. Thank you, Erin. Let's go here. Hey, Darlene, good to see you. Anybody who's coming in, I'd really love to know if you crochet or if you are just here to watch crochet. Don't know how much crochet talk I should do, or if there's anything that you would like to specifically hear about, or any questions that you have about crocheting. And again, if you already have a ton of experience, I would love to hear what projects you're working on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's come in here, slip stitch to the first stitch. You know, slip stitching into a chain 3, especially with this fuzzy yarn, this is insane feeling. Come on, there we go. Have to slip stitch into that top chain on this chain 3 that acts as my first stitch. And so when I get to the end of the round, I need to slip stitch to that, and so I have to slip stitch into that chain, and this yarn is fuzzy. It's nice and soft, but it is fuzzy. 2, 3. All right, here we go on the 4th round. This one's always a little hard when you pick this up, because I gotta figure out where, oh, there's my first stitch to work into. And then actually, because I'm doing my 4th round, I need to do a chain 3 plus 1. Hey Chris, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. So now I'm doing a double crochet into every stitch below with my chain 1 space. In between each one. Hey, writing is here. Sorry you're late. Yeah, I was actually wondering. I'm glad that you're here too. It was almost a night where I was not going to do a live because I'm just tired. Just sometimes nights go like that. Tuesdays can be weird too. Sometimes they're great and sometimes they're a little bit crazy. Erin says, why is it called a virus stitch? You know, I honestly don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The traditional name for it is actually German shell stitch. I started hearing it be called a virus stitch maybe a year ago. I don't know, maybe because it's got all these giant holes in it. It's kind of hard to tell right now when it's really small. But at the end, it's going to have all these holes. It's also really wavy right now. That's just how this is at the beginning. So it's kind of weird. Allie, thank you for sharing my live. Thank you. Allie, do you crochet? I'd love to hear if you crochet. Writing says, that's understandable. The Tuesday gamble is very common. Yes, Tuesday is either great or not great. Plus, there's just certain times of the month where you're more tired than others, and it's fun being a woman with the hormone fluctuation. Good times. Wanda, you're back. Good to see you, Wanda. Hey, I noticed, Wanda, oh, I don't know if you're still in here. It's hard for me to tell when people are in here or not in here. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, so Wanda, you commented earlier on one of my TikToks and asked if I was still doing the lives, and I said, yes, I am at 6:30, but I'm wondering if you meant, am I still doing the lives for the giveaway blanket? Because you were commenting on the giveaway, one of my giveaway blanket videos. So if that was your question, no, I'm not doing that one live anymore. I did it for 3 days. The pattern's just too complicated. Even with all the experience I have, it just was making me crazy. And then I would work on it for the 45-minute live, and then I would go, the next day I'd have to go take a bunch of it out and redo it from all my mistakes. So that's why I just picked up this virus stitch instead. Oh, Wanda says, okay, just wondering when you typically went live. I tend to overthink things. So yes, I do typically go live Monday through Friday at 6:30. That's my plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will not be here on Friday because my husband and I are going out with some friends. So writing, what did you get up to today? And are you working on any projects or crafts right now? Or are you just vegging out? And Wanda, what are you working on? Are you working on that Bavarian, I think you said, Bavarian stitch? Was that like a box stitch? You sent me a picture. And oh my gosh, I love that stitch. I've never tried it though. I don't know how in all these years that I've been doing this that I've not tried that particular stitch. And every time I see it, I mean, I think I've even got it saved in my list of stitches to try. So pretty, very cool. Makes a great pattern. All right. Just working, as I work through this project, if anybody is actually interested in the thing I'm working on, it's called a virus stitch. I'm making a big square. It's gonna turn into a sweater when I'm done, after I fold it in half and sew up the sides. Wanda says, yes, you're working on that. That was a very cool blanket, and I really love the colors. I would love the information on that yarn. It looked like it might have been a variegated or self-striping, or maybe variegated based on the color changes, if I remember correctly. So, you know, speaking of variegated yarn, because I have to talk about yarn on a crochet channel, I just recently realized that variegated yarn and self-striping yarn are not the same thing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but variegated yarn drives me nuts because the colors change so quickly. I feel like, and I like, but I guess I also work on blankets, so I like the colors to change more gradually. Variegated yarn, especially the stuff that I get from Hobby Lobby, I feel like the colors shift too fast, and then I finally realized variegated is not the same as self-striping. So Wanda says, Hobby Lobby yarn, all solids. Okay, so you're actually just doing color changes. You did a great job. Writing says, my brother's birthday is today, so I just finished up pie. I realized what time it was. Don't know if I should clean, sew, block a project, paint onto plastic, or crochet. I think you should crochet. What kind of pie did you guys have? I actually really like pie. I forget about pie, and I just forget that pie exists, and then I will randomly buy one, and then I'll eat the whole thing and swear I'll never do that again. Mr. Double says, how long does this take? If you let me know what you're asking, do you mean this to make a sweater like this? Is that what you're asking? How long does this particular project make? Let me know what you're asking. Oh, writing is fun, said apple pie. Apple pie is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think pecan pie is probably my favorite, but it's because it's just a huge lump of sugar and it always makes me sick afterwards, but I do love that one for sure too. Okay, so Mr. Double says yes, asking how long this project takes. So it depends on your skill level and how long you've been crocheting and how much you're talking. If I were not talking while working on this, I got, let me think. I took one of these projects with me. I started it on a plane. I went there and back and only worked on it in the plane. So probably 8 to 10 hours for me start to finish, if I had to guess. I'm thinking each skein of yarn takes me about 4 hours, and this yarn is really small and thin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, my count is still good. You guys are gonna get sick of me counting to 5. I count by 2s, and it's like I just have to count and count because I'm doing so many corners. Oops, that stitch didn't feel right. Yeah, so Mr. Double, this sweater that I'm working on, I've got, and you might have heard this before, but I've got some co-workers and I'm making each of them one of these sweaters. So I found out what colors they wanted, and I got this yarn at Michael's. This is the Karen Cloud Cakes Perfect Phasing yarn. So this dark blue will fade out or phase out into a very, very light blue, almost white color. And then the second skein, because this will take me two rolls of yarn, they're these big circles. The second one, I will start with the white and then have it phase back into the blue. So it'll go from blue to white and then back to blue. Writing, why is there a saw on my bed? I don't know. Is this a Do we need to be concerned? Does somebody need to call somebody? Are you being threatened? A reverse birthday gift from your brother. Did you get him anything nice for his birthday? Oh my gosh, come on. Hiccup, there we go. Okay, you do need to say why there is a saw on your bed. Now I'm curious. I'm just too messy. No nice things only mean jokes. I do a lot of jokes too. I can be really sarcastic. Sometimes I feel like the older I get, it's fading out a little bit, but I do definitely still have a sharp tongue. It comes in handy sometimes. Other times I really regret it. Hi Kathy, good to see you. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at how much this is wobbling. When I was working on the very first one of these is when I was on the plane. And this was really starting to panic me, but I had nothing else to do. I literally just had to sit there and crochet through it because what am I gonna do? Just watch a TV show or something on my phone and not crochet. If I've got crochet there, I'm gonna work on it. So I just pushed through and I was so glad that I did because it does eventually work its way out. Wanda says, the Bavarian pattern is new to me. Just saw it on TikTok. Yes, and found it on Ravelry. That's where I saw it too the first time was TikTok. I swear, TikTok and YouTube. So I don't watch a lot of tutorials because I do know how to crochet and have been crocheting for so long. Typically what I'm looking for is just somebody give me the pattern for, you know, the stitches so I can make something cool. And when I found the Floral Fantasia pattern, that's exactly what I was looking for. Something where I could kind of stretch my knowledge. But there's so many cool things on both of those platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one did look short. There's so many cool videos and stuff. I've seen so many interesting things on there crochet-wise. Writing says, I was sawing off a branch and brought the branch and saw inside. Do you have ADD? My husband's got ADD, so it seems like something he would do. My middle son has got it too. And that's exactly something he would do. There would always be stuff out of place just because he had absent-mindedly brought it in or set it down somewhere. Oh man. Really like this color. I'm excited for it to phase a little bit. It feels like the first part, it's probably because I'm doing the center. Like the center of any blanket seems like it's just getting so huge. It really doesn't take that much yarn. And then when you get to the end of like the first roll or skein of yarn, then you think, oh my gosh, the second skein is gonna make it twice as big, and it never does. It only adds just a couple of inches of width. Wanda says, I learned so much just listening to lives like this. Yes. Yes. It's insane to me how much has changed in the world of crochet. I really thought there wouldn't be that much advancement in it, but just all the cool things that people make. Let's see, writing says no, autism and ADHD, emphasis on the H. My son was ADHD combined, I think is what they called it. So that is why you have so many projects. And now it makes sense. There's also a needle over here, not the same one from before. Did you ever find that needle? I dropped my darning needle the other day. I was weaving in ends and I dropped my needle and I immediately thought of you because that needle was not surfacing. I don't remember when it showed up. It eventually did show up, but it scared me a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wanda, what is something that you have learned recently through somebody else's TikToks or lives or whatever? There's got to be so many other things I still haven't discovered. Writing, it wasn't even in my house. I'm kind of worried. A walnut. Oh my gosh. It wasn't even in my house. I'm kind of worried. All right, coming on into this bump, I think. I can tell when I'm getting tired because I'm having a hard time seeing the little stitches here. This blue yarn's pretty dark though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be a little bit easier as I work my way through the skein and it starts to lighten up. Dark yarn is so difficult to work with. Is anybody here, Wanda, writing, or anybody else who's in here, have you guys worked with dark yarns before? I made a blanket for my son. My oldest son is a firefighter. And so I made a tapestry blanket for him of the flag. We did the thin red line flag. So, but I did the flag in black and gray and then with the red stripe. And that black yarn was not a joke. I had to have a light underneath it shining up so that I could see my stitches. Wanda says, last night I learned all about tapestry crochet, and you're going to learn more because I am going to finish up that pattern. I did not have a chance to do it today. I actually got a couple new clients that I'm working their files. So the client stuff always comes first for me. So I didn't get a chance to work on the pattern stuff, but as soon as the pattern's out, I'll do a video to show everybody what it is and give everyone time to get materials. But that one I think should be no problems to do live, unlike the giveaway blanket that I'm doing, because the tapestry crochet is simply just half double crochet, or you can do single. Some people even do double. I do half double. I think that's the best one, the best fit, but it's just changing colors to make pictures. Basically, it's like doing graph art. Writing says, I've used black. It was so much harder than I thought it would be. Yes. Yes. And when I was working on this, I had worked with black before, and then working on that flag, I think it's just because I'm getting older, probably. Maybe black yarn. I don't know. That was just crazy, and I really struggled with it, and I hated every time those rows came up. I was very happy to be done with that blanket, although I do think it came out really good. I think what bothered me most about it when I was making it is that I did it to be the true dimensions of a flag. So, you know, the length and the width were the correct dimensions. And flags are kind of long and skinny as far as the width versus the height ratio. I felt like it was a little bit too skinny, but I wanted it to be true to life. All right, now I'm back on the first repeating row again. 3, 4, 5. This one always goes so fast because it's literally a bunch of chains and then single crochets all the way around. We're just setting up the little chain spaces that I'll be crocheting into on the next round. That's when I have to start counting again. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for the tapestry crochet, Wanda and writing, let me know what you think about a house plant. So the one that I designed is just a very simple snake plant. I picked that because I figured it was non-offensive, green, and like a terracotta pot. So it'd just be a snake plant sitting in a terracotta pot. And I can bring an actual picture, but it would be like a green, a yellow, black, and a terracotta color. So it'd only be 4 colors. It would be an easy one to do, which is really the best one to start with. And then also I won't make it like a huge giant blanket or anything like that. I would keep it simple. All right, what am I doing here? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I'm not over far enough. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we could do just like a little throw blanket, or we could even do a pillow or something. I've never made a pillow, but how hard could it be? You crochet a square, you crochet a second square. What would the enclosure be like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would the enclosure be like? Would we do buttons. I've never worked with zippers in crochet. Writing says, I'm ready, just need yellow, switch terracotta to brown. Yeah, and you could do whatever colors you like, obviously. Obviously, you're not stuck in. So then tell me what you think about doing a tiny throw blanket, or do you prefer to do a pillow? Or do you want to go all the way and do an Alaskan king size blanket, the gigantic plant? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody in the world would have one like it, I guarantee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I almost did a tapestry. Yes, Wanda said, or it might be a wall hanging. That's also a very valid point. Like, we could make something about the size of this tray right here, even, you know, a couple feet by a couple feet, like 2 by 3 feet. And let me think. I need to see how many stitches. Wanda says, I think I would start with a throw blanket too. Yeah, I need to see how much, because the thing with tapestry crochet is you have to have enough pixels or stitches in it for the picture to be clear. So if you think about any other picture, you know, when you start zooming out of a picture, it becomes very pixelated. It's going to be the same concept. If you wanted to do a very high definition, like, photograph, you could do that. It would just have to be a big blanket. And I almost did one of those once. And then I started designing the pattern and I saw how many color changes there were, and I wanted to run away. I mean, I would have to do this massive picture and you'd never be able to weave in all those ends. You just have to leave them dangling. It would drive me nuts. So I decided against that for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Writing says, perhaps we start small here, plant. Okay, that's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna work up the plant pattern. I'll have that in a couple of days. And we'll bring that in, show you guys, and if you approve, then that's the one we'll move forward with. Wanda says, I saw a pretty hummingbird pattern on Etsy today. Ooh, that would be cute too. I bet did it have a lot of color in it, or was it a black and white? I'd be curious to see that. I saw a really cool butterfly one that somebody did the other day, and I actually thought about doing something like that. But it looked like a lot of color changes, and I wanted to keep the first one that I do live simple because I grossly overestimated my skill level, my ability to crochet and talk at the same time when trying to do that floral fantasia blanket. So I know that tapestry will be easier to do, but I don't know how much easier, and I don't want to find out the hard way. Can't be a loser twice. Wanda says it was 2 colors. Okay, that's hummingbird. I didn't think about that. I've been racking my brain for what is something that's generic enough that enough people like. You know what I think would be fun to do, and I thought about this multiple times, was doing one of like a big can of Diet Coke or something. I know tons of people love Diet Coke. I don't drink it, but I know a lot of people do drink it, and so I thought about making one of those, but I don't know if you get in trouble for that with Diet Coke. Writing says, I'm a loser all the time. Surely you can twice. Oh my gosh. Somehow I doubt that. 4, 5. Somehow I doubt that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a loser all the time. Oh my gosh. I have my moments for sure. 1, 2. What I don't like being defeated in things. So I get, and then also, I don't know, I change my mind a lot. As soon as I realize, okay, something's not gonna work out the way I wanted it to work out, then I shift gears really quickly. I've always been that type of person. I can make decisions very quickly. And I'm quick to also abandon things if I know that they're failing. But there's other things that I don't abandon, even if they feel like they're failing at the time, if I feel like there's a chance I can make it work. So unfortunately, on that one blanket, I got tired of having to redo the entire blanket the next day to fix my mistakes. And I was like, I'm gonna make this blanket twice. And I will be darned if I make a blanket of that size 2 times and only end up with 1 blanket. That thing's already going to be like 60 or 70 hours of work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Wanda, thank you for the heart me. All right, so let's see where we are now. I just got that first round done. So as I finished that round, if anybody's actually following along for this particular thing, you'll now see that I started with a solid square in the middle. Then I did my first repeating 4 rounds over here, and basically it was just 4 corners. And then as you add each set of repeating rows, you end up adding another, I don't know, rainbow shape here, whatever this would be called, crescent. So you end up adding this new rainbow shape, and you add, I believe, 1 for each round. So now as I start this next round, I'm going to be adding, here's my corner, and then I'll have a rainbow here, and a corner. And then as the blanket gets bigger, you end up with more and more rainbow shapes. So that's how it grows. Oh, Wanda, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Yeah, oh, and then you guys tell me too, pattern preferences. Because I know everybody's got a different thing with patterns. I prefer written. I would have a really hard time following along with somebody saying instructions to me. I would have a really hard time with that. So I prefer written, which is I'll be able to provide written instructions. But, you know, would it be something where I should sit here and say, okay, now we're gonna do 2 black and 3 terracotta and 7 whatever? Like, should I say it out like that, or just say, hey, here's the rows I'm gonna be working on? Wanda says written pattern. I'll definitely make sure that that's included, because I wouldn't want to be stuck following along with somebody else and having to crochet at their speed, whatever it is. But I will probably also say out loud what I'm doing when I'm doing it. That way people who prefer a video can follow along that way. Writing says, I go with written, but doing both can be helpful. Well, imagine that. Writing is fun, prefers written instructions. 3. Oh my gosh, I've counted this 4 times. I can count, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count to at least 9, and now I can count to 10. Yes, so we'll make sure everybody who wants them can get written instructions. I don't know how, if there's something I can do to post them somewhere. I'll figure that out. ChatGPT will tell me everything I need to know. And then we'll start it. Probably give it like a week or 2. I don't know what you guys think. I really need to get through tax season. It's April 7th. There's 10 more days. No, oh my gosh, the 15th, and I don't think the 15th, I can't even remember what day is tax day. I think it's gonna be next Wednesday, so I probably would. So Wanda, I don't think anyone is commenting besides you right now. So I don't think you are missing out on anything, but you are hearing me talk to somebody else in here who I'm referring to as writing. They are on my YouTube. So I simultaneously stream to YouTube and TikTok. So I'm talking to you and I'm talking to somebody on YouTube, which is why I keep saying your names, because I know not everybody can see everybody's comments. Sorry, that's kind of confusing. Writing says it's not shameful. I can't count it all. Oh my gosh. Well, so you guys, I think that it would probably be week after next before we would start that. I just got to get through tax season. I don't personally do taxes, which is awesome. But I own a company and we get really busy this time of year because we're a bookkeeping company. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 2, 3. So anyways, keep that in mind when I get really weird and give too many details about everything. It's just my personality type. That's why I'm awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think my husband thinks I probably have a word limit. He's obviously quiet. right? Because everybody has to be with someone exactly opposite of them. So, but I think it's comfortable for him that I do all the talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, 9. 10. Writing, curse my musical theater brain this time of year. The air is fine and fair in Normandy. Okay, you are referring to something that sounds so familiar to me and I can't place it, but I'm also not a theater person. Not for any other reason than I grew up in a really small town. I had kids really early. I just never got into any of that stuff. I do love the arts. I do love, like, I would love to go see stuff like that. But just the way life is, and because it's not one of my passions, I think it's very cool. But it's not one of my passions, so I don't pursue it, unfortunately. Wanda asked what state I live in. I'm in Colorado. Colorado. Where are you at, Wanda? Once Upon a Mattress. Okay, writing says that was from Once Upon a Mattress. Okay, I have heard that. I've actually heard that quote. The air is fine and fair in Normandy, but I obviously didn't know where it was from. Ooh, Wanda's in South Dakota. My sister-in-law lives out there. All right, I need to quit talking for 1 second because I feel like my count is off. These corners always get me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, no, I'm good. I was freaking out for nothing. South Dakota is beautiful. It's got its own charm for sure. I've only been there twice in my life. One time I was with my grandparents. Actually, both times I think I was with my grandparents. I don't remember much except for we went to Mount Rushmore. No, actually, that's not true. I do remember because I think we drove through the Black Hills, which I remember was really beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I didn't do? That's why this feels so weird. I've got one of my spaces here. I'm on a corner and I only did a chain 3 space instead of a chain 5 space. And luckily it's easy enough to fix because I'm just going to put all 10 stitches in my chain 3 space. But that sure is why that doesn't feel normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to just jam them in there, I guess. I'm not pulling it apart. This is a very forgiving pattern. That's one thing I really like about it. The only time I really frog anything when I'm working on this pattern is sometimes on a corner. I will not realize I'm on a corner, so I will treat the corner as if it's just a regular side, and so I don't end up doing all 20 stitches. I only do 10, and there's no recovering from that. Then I have to keep counting them because they're so squished in here. So 3, I'm just going to count the rest of these out loud. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wanda says, I'm in the opposite corner of the Black Hills. I live in the country. Still beautiful out there. I live in a little town south of Denver. Definitely would love to live in the mountains a little bit more, but the town I'm in is great. So 2, 3. Man, I'm getting so tired. Changed my nails out again today. There's a couple people that on my TikToks that notice my nails a lot, so I'm waiting to see. I'm trying those new nail stickies. I know this has nothing to do with crochet, so bear with me for a second, but I do press-on nails because I like to change my nails so frequently. I used to do gel nails and I did them at home. I did them at home for 9 years, and then of course I poisoned myself. I gave myself contact dermatitis from playing at-home nail technician. So, but I did used to change my nail color out about once a week, and then I switched over to, oh, good night, Wanda, good night. Writing is Fun says, I live in the cornfields. Cow manure scent is on the horizon. Hey, you know, when it's about to snow in Colorado, the cow manure scent from a town up north always comes to Denver, and that's exactly how we know it's about to start snowing, when it smells like cows. Anyways, on these fingernails, they're just press-ons, but I started using those sticky tabs because I found this press-on glue that is amazing. Oh my gosh, like I worn my nails one time for 3 weeks and they were not even close to budging, and I wrecked my nails trying to rip them off because I was so sick of the color. So now I use those little sticky tabs and I'm really hard on them, so I can change my nails out like every 5 days. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am a child when it comes to fingernail colors, and I think it's because growing up I had kind of a very protective father, so he didn't like makeup and stuff like that. So as soon as I got old enough, I went all glitter, and now there's this cat eye, which I think is so pretty. It's like glitter fancy. It's fancy glitter. Writing, remind me where you live. I remember I was talking to a couple people the other night. Are you in Indiana? Yeah, my nails are very shiny right now. Let me see on the video. I haven't really seen what it looks like. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. You'll see me change them out all the... Illinois, okay. Illinois. I have only driven through Illinois a couple times. I think actually Illinois might have been where we were. No, actually, no, that was Indiana. There was one time we were driving somewhere and we were coming back from this place, and we were driving, I think it was Indiana and not Illinois. Yeah, it was Indiana. Outside of Louisville, we were in Indiana, and then the gasket in my oil filter or something blew out, and it was just a mess. It ended up just being an adventure. You ever have those trips where everything goes wrong, and so you're constantly having to re-navigate? And so we had to do that. We ended up having to get a U-Haul and hook the car up to a U-Haul and drive this U-Haul back, and it was tornado season. It was insane because we didn't know what the problem was. We just had blue smoke going everywhere right in the middle of a road trip. So I will never forget that trip, though. It was a great trip. It was kind of stressful at the time that it was happening, but sometimes we don't have a lot of memories if we're not getting stressed out. All right, let's see where we're at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, it's gonna be 7 because I can't save that stitch. 7. Ah, come on. 8. Oh my gosh. I'm on a struggle bus today. Writing says, my mother's transmission is blown out while on the way back from Tennessee. Yeah, and I bet she does not forget that trip. I've taken a lot of road trips. I actually prefer road tripping. If I have a bunch of money, I do like flying because I like getting where I want to be. But if I have to road trip somewhere, I am totally fine with that. If I have to count, apparently I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was just 1 short. I don't mind road tripping at all. If I have to fly somewhere where driving would be like 7 hours or less, maybe 6 hours or less, I would usually prefer to drive over fly. I don't like sitting at the airport. I don't like being stuck on their schedule. You can't leave early if you want to. You're just stuck. Oh man, it happened to her twice, moving her parents and then 24. Oh my gosh, both times transmission? That's insane. To have the same thing happen twice. I had one time I was driving, and this was years ago, I was driving to a doctor's appointment and I borrowed someone's car, it had snowed the night before, and this was back when I lived actually in Denver. And so it snowed the night before, and the person who let me borrow their car had put chains on their car. And I said, hey, you know, do you want to take these off before I take the freeway? Because I was going from the extreme west part of Denver to the extreme east part of Denver. I knew I was going to be on the freeway for miles and miles, and I had grown up in a very snowy climate, so I was very aware of when you should have chains and not chains. And also in Colorado, especially here in Denver, when it snows, as soon as the sun comes out, all the snow melts off the roads. It's one of the beauties of living here. Most winters, not this year, but most winters, we get tons of snow, but the roads stay pretty clear. So, but they were like, no, I want to keep the chains on so everything's safe and whatever. So I'm driving on the way out to the appointment. I hear a huge click and a clatter, and the freaking chains go flying off of one of the wheels. And then when I get to the doctor's appointment, I couldn't unlatch. The other one started falling apart, and I couldn't unlatch it because, again, I'm driving chains almost on bare road. And I had told him, like, don't put these on. And I was pregnant. I was going to a OBGYN appointment or whatever, and I couldn't get over on the side of the road and take my own chains off. So I was like, whatever, I guess I'll just have to drive and let the other set break off. So start driving, and the other side, when it breaks off, it whips around and cuts the brake line while I'm on the freeway. That was really insane. That was not a fun drive. I'm glad that I didn't know that was going to happen, because I would have been really freaking out. It was really cool though. It happened once I realized what was going on. I just jammed my foot down on the brakes, as you know, all the way down to the ground. That had at the tiniest bit of slow power. I don't know what it is, but it did help slow it down the tiniest amount. I was able to get off on an exit and basically rolled right in. I was so lucky. The exit, the light turned green. I was basically able to roll right into a gas station. So yeah, rating says bye-bye chain and brakes, not too dangerous, right? That's exactly right. Like, yeah. And I told him, like, I don't think that I'm gonna need these chains on here, and I can't take them off. And he said, no, you're gonna need them, so whatever. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I really did. That's not one of those things you want to be right about, but I did feel later, you know, how you do, especially when you're really young. And I thought, oh, nobody wants to listen to the young girl. Because he was an older guy. But also, at the end of the day, that wasn't a fun thing to be right about. So, just crazy things that happen to us. Okay, the color's finally lightening up. Let me see if you can see the slightest difference. Barely, but I think it's starting to phase there. I think it's starting to change just a little bit. The stitches seem easier to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this counting is driving me nuts too, because usually when I'm working on this, I'm riding around or sitting in a car or something when I'm working on these, and I'm usually counting as I go. So sorry for the incessant counting, but I got to make sure these numbers are right. Oops, come on, buddy. 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 7:15. Guess I should be going here in a minute. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think I'm gonna head out, and I plan to be back tomorrow unless anything weird happens. I plan to be back tomorrow. I will not be here Friday because I have a prior engagement, but I plan to be back. If I have a chance to work on that tapestry pattern, I'll bring it in and show everybody. Otherwise, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.